Welcome. This is the video demonstration of how to use Stellarium for extra credit in Astronomy 101 at Fayetteville State University. So what we've got here is we have started Stellarium. We're seeing it during the day. So the first, we're going to do a number of things to help you set up Stellarium and understand how this works for you're going to need to use this for your extra credit. So you notice that there's a data bar down at the bottom. If I hover my mouse over it, it will pop up. There's also a configuration bar or search bar, toolbar over here on the left corner as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to stop the time. We're going to slow it down, and that pauses the time. The reason we want to do this is while you're doing your extra credit, you're going to set it to a specific time and date, and then you're just going to make all your observations at that time and date. Now, obviously, time does march on, but this is we're just going to do this as a setup. The next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have set our location. And that's not it. So there's the location window. What you can do is you can search for Fayetteville. Actually, let's see here. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Select that, and that will set you to the location that where we're at. Okay, so I set my location. The other thing I want to do in my configuration is I want to go to plugins. I want to go down to oculars, and I want to click that to say load at startup. What you'll have, if it's not automatically set to load at startup, then you're going to want to terminate Stellarium and start over again. But you want to click load at startup, close the window out, and what that will do is that will bring us the ocular tool bar up here in the upper right hand corner. Okay, so we've got Stellarium configured, we've restarted it, and by the way, if you want to exit Stellarium, the exit is down here in the bottom toolbar. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to set our date and time. So we use this clock icon here to set the date and time. And so what I'm going to do is, again, depending on which semester you're working in, the date and time that you're going to be used will be specified. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to set this to February 1st for this year. And I'm going to set it to basically 8 o'clock at night. So we can take a look. And so what you're seeing here is you're going to see what the sky is going to look like, in this case, February 1st at 8 o'clock at night. This is military time. All right, so one of the things you have a list of objects that are acceptable to research. So you're going to pick an object here. I'm going to pick a different object from this list. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for it. I go over here, click the search window, and I'm going to search for Messier object 63. And I hit enter. And it points me at the ground. Okay, so what that's telling me, actually you can just see it's just over here at the horizon. But if this was a little bit earlier, say this was 7:30, it would be pointing at the ground. If you ever find something and you don't see this pulsing locator on the screen up in the sky, then the object's not visible at the date and time specified. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to go search for something a little bit different. I'll go back here and search for M45. And what this does is this locates the object in the sky. Now by using, I can scroll out and I can see that this is actually high in the southwest. Okay, so it's high in the sky in the southwest. Lots of information that you're going to need about the object that you're going to fill in the forms is found over here. Okay, for example, the overall magnitude, what it is, it's a cluster. If you want to give the position in terms of right ascension and declination, that's fine too, but also specify that it's high in the southwest. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to my ocular view. I'm going to click on the telescope view. And now this is what you would see in a telescope. Okay. We can pick different kinds of telescopes here. For example, we can pick a, for this one, it's probably a better one. And the telescope here is an 80 millimeter refractor. And that's probably a better view for the Pleiades here. So you can change your telescopes. That's looking at it a little bit with more magnification. Actually, it looks like there's only 2 of them built in. So you can switch telescopes. Again, on the form, you want to note which telescope you're viewing the object with. All right. So then I can close that out, go back to my sky. And again, by using my mouse and my scroll wheel, I can adjust where things, for example, I can scroll back, give myself sort of a fisheye view, scroll in, and look around and see all sorts of interesting things. All right. Looks good.